Clubhouse releases new payments option for creators. Twitter streamlines its advertising options with new grouping. YouTube launches video experiments globally inside Google Ads. All this and much more coming up in this week's edition of the Connected Church News. Welcome, I am Nachi Lazarus, and this is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news each week in less than 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news this week is from Twitter. Twitter has restructured its advertising options with new groupings. The announcement says that we have gone from 22 plus individual ad format names to just 5 advertising categories with a corresponding suite of features that can be applied across them. The 5 categories that Twitter has grouped its ad options into are promoted ads, follower ads, Twitter Amplify, which is basically premium video content from the most relevant publishers, and Twitter Takeover, and finally Twitter Live. With Twitter Live, advertisers can broadcast their biggest moments to the world, says Twitter. So those are the 5 ad options that Twitter has grouped its advertising features into. So if you use Twitter advertising, then you should start seeing these changes inside the Twitter ads platform. Have a look. Our next big news is from Clubhouse. Last week, Clubhouse rolled out a new payments option for creators. This is starting with a small test group, but they say will be rolled out eventually to a wider audience. And if you are a creator and if you have this feature enabled on your profile, when people visit your profile, they will see a send money button, and they just click on it, add their credit card, and send over a payment to you as a creator. And this payment, Clubhouse says, goes 100% of it goes to the creator, and there will be a credit card fees or that will be charged to the sender, but Clubhouse says they don't take anything out of this payment. So very interesting feature, especially at a time when Twitter and LinkedIn, they're all working on Clubhouse versions, and Facebook has officially, as of last week, started testing its own Clubhouse type of a product called Hotline. So it's called Hotline, and it's kind of a mashup between Clubhouse and other Instagram Live kind of experience. So I will also link to the details about that product in the show notes, along with a link about this Clubhouse announcement. Do check it out. Our next big news of this week is from YouTube. Last week, YouTube Ads team announced that they are launching video experiment option within Google Ads. Video experiments are a new feature which will help you to experiment or test video ads. Now, any advertising option that helps you test and experiment with something is a good thing, because when you start advertising, it's very difficult to know which ad will work for which audience. There are so many variables. You need to know what resonates with your audience, and for that you need to spend time testing. And if there is an option within the ad manager to help you do that testing, then you definitely should look at it. So please pass on this message to your social media team, your advertising team, and ask them to have a look at this new option, which they will find inside the drafts and experiment tab in Google Ads, and it will be a tab option called video experiments. The 3 experiments that Google recommends are CTA based experiments, call to action based experiments, text experiments, and also framing experiment with like zooming in, zooming out kind of thing. So it will be very useful when you run ads on YouTube or any video ads inside YouTube. Our next news is from WhatsApp. Last week, WhatsApp released new stickers related to vaccination information in partnership with World Health Organization. And Facebook Newsroom announced that this is not just with WhatsApp, but also with other Facebook products like Instagram also has these stickers that can be used in stories, and Facebook has also partnered with UNICEF to create frames inside Facebook app, which people can use again to spread awareness about this vaccination and also spread information about the vaccination. Our final news this week is from Facebook, and Facebook has released new dynamic ads option last week for streaming brands. This is specifically for brands or organizations that use streaming products online. So if you are a nonprofit or ministry that's into the streaming space, video streaming space, then now you have an option to upload your catalog directly into Facebook, and Facebook will pick up your content, and you don't have to create a campaign for every single piece of content. Facebook will do that dynamically for you based on personalized preference of your audience. It can be really useful, save a lot of time for your social media team. So do check it out. I also want to take this minute to bring your attention to the dynamic ads option, which is a very good option for Facebook, using Facebook advertising as a tool. So I'll also link to another article which outlines what you need for dynamic ads, how to use it, and how it can be helpful. Do check it out in the show notes. Thank you for joining me. That's all I have for you. If you like to dig deeper into any of the stories we talked about, we've got all the source links and details in our news page, nachilazarus.com/news. Do check it out and share it with your friends. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected and stay blessed. God bless you. Bye-bye.